Welcome to Healthcare Musings, a podcast dedicated to the discussion of critical care and healthcare in general. Here's your host, Dr. Hesham Hasabala.
Hello, everybody. Happy to have you with me. So, the Center for Medicare and Medicaid Services, what we lovingly call CMS, which runs Medicare, which is the government healthcare program for seniors in the United States, came out with its proposed Medicare physician fee schedule for calendar year 2025. And shockingly, they have proposed another 2.8% cut in physician fees. And, all I could say was WTF. Seriously, and let me address this right away. People can easily say, oh, here's another greedy doctor that's just angry that he's getting another 3% pay cut. Doctors make so much money already, and, they're just whiny rich people. And let me say, physicians do well. Physicians are very well paid. We are. I am very blessed. I am super grateful to the Lord that I do what I love and earn a very good living for it. This is not about individual physicians making 3% less. This is, I'm salaried, right? I get a fixed salary per shift of that I work. What this is about is practice viability, practice financial viability. Okay, so the costs of running a practice in the United States have continued to increase. The cost of everything has increased. My plumbers charge more. The HVAC people charge more. Groceries cost more. Gasoline costs more. Yeah, even prices are coming down, but still, the cost of living is higher. The costs of running a practice are higher. Whether it's equipment, whether it's utilities, whether it's salaries, which have really gone up, physicians and staff, because that's the market, and you have to pay what the market is demanding. So the costs are going up, and the reimbursement from CMS and payers keeps going down. This is an unsustainable financial situation. It's just unsustainable, right? Maybe large medical practices have the ability to kind of absorb it a little, but small independent practices don't. The whole Change Healthcare cyber hack revealed that a lot of medical practices don't have not even weeks, let alone not even days, let alone weeks of the financial wherewithal to withstand a disruption in revenue. And so, as costs keep increasing and reimbursement keeps decreasing, it just becomes unsustainable math, right? And that's where the angst comes from. That's where the anger comes from, that I can't, in all this time where everything is costing more, that now CMS is proposing another reimbursement cut. And I'm not alone. So the Anders Gilberg, the Senior Vice President for Government Affairs at the Medical Group Management Association, said this in a statement, and I quote, CMS has again proposed a negative Medicare physician fee schedule update for 2025 with dangerous implications for beneficiary access to care. A 2.8% reduction to the conversion factor would be alarming in the best circumstances, but to propose doing so at a time when 92% of medical groups report increased operating costs and are otherwise struggling to remain financially viable is critically short-sighted. Medicare physician reimbursement is on a dire trajectory, and these ongoing cuts continue to undermine the ability of medical practices to keep their doors open and function effectively. The need for comprehensive reform is paramount. Unquote. See, it's really about financial viability. And so when physicians and physician groups and the American Medical Association and all these groups say you're threatening access to care for seniors, it's because if you keep cutting reimbursement and then physician offices close, right, or they consolidate, then you lose access to care for seniors. Look, Walgreens closed many, if not all, of their outpatient clinics. Walmart got out of the outpatient clinic business altogether. Why? Because reimbursement is not there. Reimbursement does not cover the costs of running medical practices. That's loss of access to care. That's loss of access to care. And so it's just mind-boggling, really, when we think about it. The American College of Rheumatology also criticized the proposal in a press release. They said, quote, physicians are currently grappling with rising overhead costs, workforce shortages, and increasing administrative burdens. Meanwhile, Medicare physician payments have declined by 29% from 2001 to 2024, a trend not seen in other healthcare sectors where payments are adjusted annually for inflation. And this was said by Deborah Desir, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, president of the American College of Rheumatology. Continuing, quote, while we appreciate the continued add-on payment for evaluation and management visits, we are disappointed by the inadequate 2.8% change to the base rate. The ACR, the American College of Rheumatology, had hoped that CMS would propose Medicare reimbursement levels that more accurately reflect the cost of providing care, unquote. I mean, it's absolutely mind-boggling that with all that's going on, that they would propose another cut to physician reimbursement. It's not about greed. It's about financial practice viability. And this doesn't happen to anyone else. When there are costs going up, they just raise prices. It's everywhere, right? We see it all the time. Medical practices are no different. They are businesses, and they have operating costs. And if the revenue does not match the costs, then you threaten the viability of medical practices. And you know what? The answer is just not to work harder. At some point, this is where doctors and nurses and clinicians get burned out. Okay? We can't just work harder to make the same amount of money. At some point, we can't work harder. The formula and the whole plan has to change. And I'm going to end where I started, like W2F CMS. Anyway, thanks so much for your time and attention. Until next time, this is Dr. Hashem Hasabala signing off on Healthcare Musings. Thank you for listening. To get every episode delivered directly to your inbox, please subscribe at healthcaremusings.com.